Developing your creative practice is one way that Arts Council England supports individuals. In this video, we'll shorten the name to DYCP. DYCP isn't for project-based work or work primarily focused on engaging communities. It's all about you making a meaningful shift in your practice that leads to future opportunities. This video is for you if you want to know whether you're eligible for the fund. So, let's get started looking at eligibility for DYCP. You can apply to DYCP if you meet the following criteria. You need to apply as an individual or as a small group of practitioners who usually collaborate in their work. If you're a sole trader, you need to make an application in your individual capacity, not on behalf of your business or company. You must live in England and have a UK individual bank account in the exact name you're applying in. We can't accept business bank accounts for this programme. If you apply as a small group of practitioners, one person should submit the application and take the lead on managing the grant and should provide their bank details. You must be at least 18 years old. You must have a career as a creative or cultural practitioner. What do we mean by this? You must have at least 1 year's experience as a creative or cultural practitioner outside of formal education to apply. Or if you're self-taught or you've come through an informal education or training background, you need to have had your practice for at least 1 year. Your practice does not have to be full-time to apply. You cannot apply if you have made 1 successful or 2 unsuccessful DYCP applications since November 2021, or round 12. If you're unsure if this applies to you, our grant system won't let you start an application from your applicant profile if the restriction applies to you. It will also tell you when you last applied. You can't apply as an organisation or as an individual applying on behalf of an organisation. You can't apply if you're currently waiting for a decision from us on another Arts Council application. You cannot apply to DYCP and National Lottery project grants at the same time. If you apply to one, you need to wait until you've received a decision from us before you're eligible to apply to the other. You also can't apply if you perform work created by others without adding your creative input or having a creative role.
We will not support your application if it doesn't focus on our creative disciplines. We use the word discipline, but you might use art form or specialty. The disciplines we support are combined arts, which includes carnival arts and festivals, dance, digital arts, libraries, literature, museums, music, theatre, and visual arts. We don't fund commercial fashion, traditional narrative-based film, or TV drama. These are not eligible. We recognise that many artists work across several disciplines, and this might apply to you. Although you can only pick one, don't overthink it. We know that creative and cultural work doesn't always easily fall into categories, and we know your practice might sit within one of these disciplines or across a few of them. A few other things to note about eligibility. We can't support your application if it doesn't clearly show how the activity will make a meaningful shift in your practice and lead to new opportunities. We can't fund it if it doesn't include the supporting documents or links that we need, or if we cannot access those documents or links, for example, if they're password protected. We can't support applications that include costs for activities that have already taken place, or for things that have already been bought or ordered. And we can't support applications which include costs for statutory education, further education, or higher education. Examples include undergraduate or postgraduate courses. And we cannot support tuition fees or student living costs. If you are eligible for this fund, you might want to watch some of our other videos about the fund. What is Developing Your Creative Practice gives a broad overview of the fund if you're unfamiliar with it. Another video asks, which is the right funding programme for me? And helps you understand the difference between Developing Your Creative Practice and National Lottery project grants. Both of these funds are ways we can support individuals. A fourth video gives some top tips if you're ready to draft your application. And finally, before you start an application, you can test your ideas by taking the Are You Ready to Apply quiz, available on our website.